Yeah. All right there, you children of the revolution. No, no, no. Hey. Musical opening. I wasn't going to make a video, and then I saw what I'm going to show you, and it hurt me. I've had a straw break the proverbial camel's back. Yeah, I'll do a bit of live production. Fits well, doesn't it? Anyway, check it out.
Welcome back to this special edition of Hannity. The Free Speech Week at Berkeley is scheduled to kick off on Sunday, but there are reports tonight that it is canceled. But the organizer, as of today, says the event is still on, although he is holding a press conference tomorrow. Last night, Hannity spoke with recording artists Kaya Jones and Joy Villa, who were going to attend the event but decided not to after they received death threats. Take a look.
This is serious. So you wanted to go out, free speech, Berkeley, the home of the free speech movement.
Yes.
What happened?
Free Speech Week, right?
Right.
We were asked to come out, and we...
Hot. Right. Oh, bollocks. So there's been a lot going on with the free speech issue for the last couple of years, but I can't think offhand, and I might be missing some real obvious examples, but I can't think offhand who's actually pulled out of one of these uni talks. I know Milo had a gig stopped, but he put it on later or something. Or did he? No, he just tried to, just couldn't. In the end, that was when it proper kicked off with the fires and all that. The big, oh yeah, the first clash of Berkeley. Just Berkeley, for sure. And then there was all that trouble with Ben Shapiro, and it cost something like $600,000 security for that little tiny bloke with the, what's it called, a hammocker? Monica. Hello, love. But these two singers. Did you see her? Did you see, what's it? Joy Villa wore the Make America Great Again dress. It's incredible. Just like a massive advert for that slogan at some music awards. Anyway, they've been threatened, and they're proper upset in this. They say we've had death threats before. I'm not going to play it all for you, but they say that they've had death threats before, but they've got a good security sort of team. But this was too soon in a different area that they can't get that kind of security sorted out in time. Whether that's true or whether they're just shitting it. She said her agent said this is very dangerous, and it is. Now, I watched a Milo interview. Milo Senovich and Pamela Geller, and the Berkeley Uni have absolutely fucked them on it. If you trust Milo, and I have seen external sources seem to back up what he's saying. I mean, I'm sure more will come out. He says that they've just made him just jump through hoops every day, something else, getting money wired to them in a time period it's not possible because they knew their bank was at the other side of America, and they give them like 45 minutes now, and it'll take an hour. They said that staff ran away from them when they refused to answer their emails day after day, week after week. Milo and a few others went to the offices and they ran away from them. It apparently has just been one nightmare after another, and in the end, I think, as far as I can gather, if anyone can sort this out, I do read the comments. So if it's something else and I've got it wrong, but as far as I can gather, at the last minute, the last thing they'd done was threaten the students, the Berkeley people. Berkeley, they threatened the students there, the Patriots organisation, which is made up of students, as far as I can gather. They threatened them with things like suspension and getting, what's it called, expulsion from the uni. And so they've just said, no, I just can't risk that. If apparently we're it's just insanity. It just seems like the censors have won, really. These two singers. This is in America today. I think we get a little bit. We get a little bit. Desensitized to the reality, to the gravity behind this, what's happening. An American university paying students, clients essentially, in the new model university. One of the best reputations in global history of a place of learning, academia. And if you've got the wrong if you've got the incorrect politics, if your politics aren't the ones of the people calling the shots, you can't speak now. You can risk it now. I've heard, and fair play, Milo reckons he's doing something from one of the walkthroughs of the university or something. He said it's a public space and by law I can go there. So we're going to be there at 12 o'clock. He's also told everyone who got a flight or a train or whatever and booked hotels for Free Speech Week, send photographs of your receipts to him and they're going to sort them out. That's fair enough, isn't it? You can't. That's amazing. So they can still come. They can still have their hotel, but because the uni has basically, as far as I can work out, ended Free Speech Week. It was going to be like Ann Coulter and who else was going to go? I think, well, Pamela Geller, obviously, Cernovich, obviously, Milo, a few others. I think, I don't know, what's his name? Rubin, old Waximus Maximus. I am not a real person, Dave Rubin. He's AI, 100%. 100%. Oh, yeah, he's the glow-in-the-dark one from the CIA. Have you seen that lad? Jesus, there's a bloke with schizophrenia. He made his own operating system, but he's cuckoo. Can't remember what his name is, on Makota's channel. A fucking hilarious video. He says that the CIA are following him and putting little kids next to him he says to provoke a sexual response. He went, one was sucking off a gun. I'll teach him how to pull the trigger. Anyway, terribly sidetracked up there. Yeah, so what you've got is the whole of the educated class, because this is kind of spreading. It's not coming back. It's not losing power in, well, not just academia, in law as well, in government. These ideas, the ideas of what we call the far left or alt left, existing largely unchallenged in those free institutions. And this, this now, so you've got the cranky ideas, there's no difference between men and women. Oh, can't say that, you work at Google, get out. All that sort of madness. Just the stuff we know, that their ideas about life and how to be. All those ideas will be instilled in an entire generation, an entire generation of the educated class, whose ideas, they'll end up working in the media and things like that, so their ideas will continue. Interesting that these two women are singers and they've gone in hard on those two. They know, they'll be fully aware of getting culture on your side. Look at the Emmys, what a fucking disaster, what a cringe fest. Just loads of people from one industry patting each other on the back for doing well in that industry as voted for by them. Jesus, this is nothing. Alright? Yeah. What an absolute waste. But it was just a cringe fest of political correctness. That's what it was. That's what all the jokes were. That's what everyone said. They were all basically around political correctness. And now some people are really overstepping the line, so we should rip the piss out of them and ideologically elevate their opposition. It's terrible. Imagine being at university. I wonder if any of these students could sue the university for failing to adequately provide what was offered at the beginning, because I bet you somewhere there'll be not in a contract, perhaps. Well, maybe it's probably contractual that they have to provide a wide-ranging a wide range of ideas and different alternative viewpoints of things. The irony being, of course, it will be things like over-excluding people of colour, the over-inclusion of trans people to bring it up to a weird parity that in no way reflects the representation within the population at large. They're all going to be having, that whole class, really weird. And I was at university. My MA was a communist boot camp, without doubt. Get in one end. At no point was it questioned, all that side of thing. Feminism was obviously amazing. She's like having a Stasi walking about. I remember I asked her. She's quite a well-known writer. She's all right actually. Griselda Pollock. I said, can I do women's studies as a module? She went, no. Just fuck off. What do you think this is? You're a man. Get out. And that's just standard. And we take that for all right. That's all right. I saw one of Bering's videos where there was this International Man's Day or something, and this company had got involved and was sort of selling stuff and blah blah blah, and it was a women's organisation. They were profiting out of the men's event. Incredible. That patriarchy works. Oh, it works in mysterious ways. So anyway, imagine you're at university. I wonder if you can sue them, because you can just say that. Oh yeah, that's what. There it was. I was wondering what I was talking about. The irony is, when in court, if they are questioned as to whether they, look at a wide range of beliefs, that's when they'll be going, yeah, we have people from Uganda telling us about things. We've got women, we've got trans people, and the bloke will be, no, what I mean is we can't hear different opinions. And we're going, shut up, that's not diversity. That doesn't count. Diversity is the way we look, because it's important how we look. It's not like society has spent the last God knows how many years trying to forget about that shit so we can just get on with our lives. And we were doing quite well until you cunts come along and stirred the fucking go on, like witches. Go, well, let's bring all this stuff live again. Let's make people hate each other. Let's make it about how we look. You literally judge your own successes on the superficial, artificial, aesthetic appearance of a situation. So if I walk into an office space and there's a black man, an Asian man, a man in a full burqa, geezer, yeah. Oh yeah, I've combined many there. That's an intersection of many things. Someone with schizophrenia, an overeater, etc., etc. You'd be like, yeah, this is a success. That's your first stop. And there's ministries for people like this. It's incredible, on universities, secretary to the Diversity and Inclusions Committee. Shit, what have I got to talk to them? Oh yeah, I've got to have some unconscious bias training. Well, hang on, I'm not racist. No, you're not, but you are unconsciously. Imagine that, is it? That, again, step back, because we've become desensitized to this stuff. That's a thought crime. They're going to get in there. They're going to get into your head. This starts sounding like a conspiracy theory when I say it, because it's that absurd. They've got so far, but they are. You have enforced unconscious bias training. Get in line. Don't say that. How many fingers am I holding up? No. Shocking. All those poor young blokes who have to go to those, what was it, that bloke Eric Lawler, I think his name was, he held up a sign saying this is not what a rapist looks like, something like that. Something. They made him go to like anti-rape classes. Yeah. Imagine turning up at uni all excited, or you're 17, 18-year-old blokes. They're thinking of nothing but sex, nothing else. Little weird things will get in there occasionally if you force it on them, start asking them questions about how their course is going. But the basic sort of glazed over thing is they realise they've been at it for 7 years. Since they went through puberty, they've just been mad for sex, and all they've had is a society treat them badly for that, make them feel like cunts all the time, just for that basic desire to be procreating. Most of the time, you've been made to feel that that's bad. Oh look. I've done a little bit of marketing work. I've done a little bit of marketing. If you saw my video when I had the little cutouts, it was very successful. You'll enjoy this one. Guerrilla advertising, really, on a budget. oh yeah, I keep busy over the weekend. I don't let those days go by without making sure I get shit done. All right, well, listen, have a think about that. Try and have a step back. Try and weirdly go back into your emotions a bit, because I think we're desensitized. It's quite insane we're putting up with all this. I wonder at what point it's going to break, or whether this will just be absolute capitulation. Have they in fact already won? Has years of this madness slowly turned all opposition into sort of apathetic sort of fuck-ups of one way or another, because we don't do much about it? What's happening? I'm just watching it happen. I'm putting myself in that as well. I'm not pretending I'm super active. Oh, I'm here at the controls. Organising the counter-revolution. You know, Clubfoot by Kasabian, where the video's like some Eastern European sort of Solidarnosc sort of early 80s, late 70s. Lovely video. That's what it's like here. Anyway, oh, it's been lovely chatting to you. Busy weekend ahead of you. Ciao. No way, I'm going to leave that in. You saw me in my natural... that was weird. Did you see me? I went, oh. I've gone to press stop recording and I've looked at it and it says start. And I was like, hang on, have you been talking for like 15, 20 minutes not recording it? It's a nightmare. It happens all the time. Ask any YouTuber if that's happened to them. And it's weird because then you try and do it again. And I've done it with gigs where you have a great night improvising, and the next night you try and use the material you improvised the night before. A lot of comics work like that. Oh yeah, the good ones. But it's weird because you try and fake some of the improvisations and they come across like theatre. Or do they? Because I said all that yesterday. That was me trying it out. What did you think? Let me know in the comments. Anyway, it said start streaming, not start recording. I didn't need to go, oh, at all. Ciao, second.